So it starts off that I was suffering from plantar fasciitis. For anybody who ever had plantar fasciitis, it is the worst pain ever. When I would wake up, the pain would be so bad, I would have to crawl to the bathroom. For those who don't know, plantar fasciitis is inflammation in the tissue of your feet. So sometimes they say it can come from shoes, or it can just happen, being on your feet too long. And the crazy part about it is it never leaves. Like you'll have it for the rest of your life. Like it'll come and go. So even like when I was deployed, I had a flare up. Like it was painful. So during this time when I'm in Jacksonville and I had this plantar fasciitis, I was going to physical therapy to get like they would stretch my feet, shock, put electrodes on my feet, try to get some of that swelling in you know, the inflammation down in my feet. So one of the days I'm going, I'm like, man, this girl look kind of familiar. I'm like, then it hit me. I was like, man, she was like this girl that was in my Spanish class my freshman year. But we get closer and closer. And she was like, you from Malacopa? I'm like, yeah, from Malacopa. I'm like, okay, I remember you. I remember you. She was a senior and I was a freshman. We took Spanish class together. But we started talking, this and that. So she was like, she's telling me, she married, got 5 kids now, this and that. So, she gave me her number, like, hit me out, talk, this and that. So before I stepped to leave, she was like, what you here for anyway? You here to go to the pharmacy? I'm like, nah, I'm not going to pharmacy. What she was getting at, a lot of times, guys are going to pharmacy, more than likely it's STD, whatever. I'm like, nah, I'm going to physical therapy. "Oh, okay, okay. So do that. So I'm not sure how many days passed before, I hit her up. And when she told me, like I said, she told me she was married and everything. So I hit her up, husband answered the phone, like, who is this? I told him who I was. And, he hands the phone over where she grabbed the phone from him. So the whole time while we on the phone, my man, he tough, then, he real tough. Like, who is this on the phone with my wife? Cussing in the background, this and that. If he would have, talked to me, this and that, he would have known who I was and what I was about and what I was calling for. So, but at that point, that was on her, she should have handled that. She gave the number out. But anyways, the first conversation we ever had, I guess she wanted to put this to bed if there was any rumor or anything I had ever heard. She said the first thing she says to me, the guy I was dating, this guy, he was real popular, but the guy I was dating, he didn't dump me for this other girl. We had a mutual breakup. I'm just like, huh? Like, why am I being involved in this like 20-year-old, breakup, whatever? So I thought that was interesting, funny, and strange, but like I said, that was wild, a wild story. That's how she started the conversation off. But yeah, every time I would call, her husband would be in the background, loud cussing and stuff like that. And she'd be like, "Don't mind him." It just came to the point where eventually I just stopped calling because it was just like I'm causing the issue with this guy, and I'm not for that. I'm not trying to do anything with his wife. But the whole situation was funny how she started off that conversation.